you're up there.
What's up?
And it was like your butt was the first thing that come on there.
Butt, face, what's the difference? They're both beautiful.
Now don't say anything yet. We gotta wait till some people come on. There's
right.
stuff to say here.
All right, you know what? While we're just waiting, whew, had a,
Hi. Wait a minute, you can't see me because they're prescription. Hey.
I know, it's like, I got Amanda's glasses on. I feel like I'm in a rowboat.
Angie said sexy. Ooh, you better put them back on.
Oh, let me put them back on. Look, while we're waiting, let me rip off some. Let me rip off some push-ups. I mean, to get the blood rolling, right?
Yeah.
God.
Don't break my glasses. They'll fall off your head.
Are we ready?
Yes.
All right, just a few.
Just a few.
Oh,
I knew it.
Look here. I'll put them on the back of the head.
You're gonna tear my glasses. Oh, look, we went from 1 to 84 in like no time. 007, Mr. Bond. Good evening, everyone. Said you wear your sunglasses at night. She must be an 80s lady. I know that song. Let's see, Amanda, you can't let him play with things. He'll break them, girl. Don't I know it? Melanie knows. Melanie's been here. She knows.
Just ripped off 50, baby.
Yeah, baby. Aw, those look good on you. Aw. Exhale. Now it's time to.
The day is over.
Oh, thank God. Who was it just said that? Cynthia said, Randy's like my husband, bull in a china shop.
God, ain't that the truth?
Shoot.
Tom had a picture of a guy, some truck was dipped in the sand dune, and it said, "What'd you do? Let Randy drive your truck?"
Oh my God.
Oh
my
that
God.
felt good to get that
Yeah.
blood going. I've been sitting there all day.
Right there. Yes. Why have you been sitting there all day, Randy?
It's been a lot of bohonka ciphering.
It's been one heck of a day.
Today's been a day. If anything could go wrong, went wrong.
Yes.
Went right, went wrong, and then went right.
Yes. We ended on a right. Well, not really. Not really, but the right was before the wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am not a micromanager. All right?
Right.
I love to give people the freedom to do their job and do what they want to do. But in this business,
Yeah.
I can't believe how much my hands touch every single aspect of this business.
Yeah.
It's in, I mean, everything from the design to the building to the financing to the insurances to the taxes to the money to the on the floor to the trailers to the VIN numbers to the delivery. I mean,
don't say the girls. You don't get the girls.
The city.
The girls are mine.
Stay away from the girls.
Stay away from the girls. It's Randy's only rule. You stay away
Now
from
listen,
the girls.
I am not saying that I have to do those things. We have great people working here. I could not ever do anything without them.
Yes.
Steve and Scott are doing.
Let me stop this real quick.
Yeah. What? You tore her down.
It said community.
That's for the over here in Newport.
Yeah.
Steve and Scott are doing our software.
It's gone.
You know, Tom is overseeing the inventory, ordering the inventory. Steve and Scott are getting the inventory, which will be handing that baton to them. And then out in the shop, we got supervisors. But still, it's just amazing how much information that I have to constantly revolve in my head to really help everybody.
Yes.
You know, to really, because they want help. They want to do better. And it's what's amazing is that since I started the company, it's like every single part of it is the way I wanted it to be. it's not perfect. It's growing and changing, and we have to. Some of it has to be just the way it is until we can have more money and time and resources to make it better. But today was just a great display of how much it takes from me to get this done. Everybody here is spent. I mean, Alyssa, I wore her out. I had Amber rolling. Tom was rolling out on the floors. Everybody in. Anyway, if you want to talk business today, the title of our show is "Let the Financing Begin." Everybody, we got financing. All right, 21st Mortgage has allowed the financing to begin. And what was so odd is that we've been waiting for the domestic to foreign to be changed. When I finally called, I called Secretary of State thinking, they said it was going to be a month, but I'm going to call them anyway to find out where we're at. When I called them, our file was sitting on their desk since the 17th of this month. And so they said I could go online, I could do this filing. And so I went online, I did that. I went back. Now it's going to take 2 days for the domestic foreign to be switched over. In the meantime, while I'm doing that, I got 21st Mortgage on the bank that said we'll go ahead and finance the homes the way it is.
Yes.
And so
it's like,
we won, and it was my idea because, we had a customer that got pre-approved about a month ago.
Right, we did.
And I thought, why can't we do that more?
Yeah.
And we had a customer saying, hey, can I buy this home from an individual? Would that work?
That's correct.
And I said, so I went on there and I was inquiring about it. 2 weeks ago we were trying?
Yes.
Well, the person who's supposed to say, yeah, that's a good, has been out sick, vacation.
Oh my God.
And today they came back.
Thank God.
So anyway, this gentleman, John McGuire.
Oh, hold it up. Hold up the paperwork.
This gentleman, John McGuire, and I said, John, you were going to get flooded.
Yes.
All right. I'm hoping he does.
Yeah.
This is John McGuire. Okay. If you want financing, you don't have to take a picture of this. We're going to have it. We're going to have it here. And he said what he would rather us do is us email these right now until we can get it on our website. He doesn't want this on the website. After we get our 4-digit number, it'll be on the website and all that stuff. But right now, you go through John. Okay? I hope he gets 350 applications.
Now, how do you want them to get it? Do we send them the
We
application?
email it. We have this on our email. We will forward you this application to you. You fill it out. You send it to John. You will know within 24 hours if you're accepted.
Okay.
Yep. Isn't that awesome?
So we need them to email us,
Yep.
say, hey,
and
send
request this application.
info.
And then you get it at info@incredibletinyhomes.com.
Right.
Request this application to John. You get it. You fill it out. Send it to him. You'll get your financing.
Okay.
Okay?
So all we do is they're going to email us to info, request the application, and then they will forward it to John. It's on there, the information.
We will forward it to
We
them.
will do
We, Alyssa.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they send the application back to us.
Okay.
Okay, so you got to make it clear who does what.
Everybody, we will send you this application. Incredible Tiny Homes will send you this application if you request it from us and you go to our email at info@incredibletinyhomes.com and we will send you this application. You will fill this out and send it to John.
They will.
Who's they?
Them. Whoever fills it out. I'm trying to make it clear. They forward it to John. Is that correct? What you said?
Okay, let's see here. I want a tiny house.
Randy?
Oh, look, Incredible Tiny Homes. Oh, okay, it says here, I can get financing. Email us and we will send you this application. You fill this application out and you, as a tiny home purchaser, will send it to John.
Okay, and
Stop.
And Travis is with me. Travis said, you just said you'll send it. They will send it.
No, I didn't say I'd send it. I'll send it to them, but when they fill it out, they don't send it to me. Oh, you know what? We don't have financing.
I'm gonna replay it.
I don't know what to do.
Okay, so the customer
I don't know what to do.
will fill it out, and the customer will send it to John.
Call
Okay.
me. You know what? You send an email. I'll send you my shirt, and you just take it. That's what this is. I'm just gonna send this to you.
Okay.
I'm sending this to you.
Okay.
If you want financing, I'll send it to you.
Alyssa will send that to you. So good.
Oh my God.
It's good news.
I don't know if it is anymore. I don't know what is. I don't know what's good.
Thank you. Wanda said thank you for the clarification. It's exciting. Yes.
There. So, got a birthday card today.
Yeah.
Somebody made me a birthday card here. Isn't that cool?
And your birthday's when?
Homemade birthday card.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Happy birthday to me. All right, everybody, we're going to show you a house, and I don't know, I'm mixed up in my head now. I don't know what to even talk about. I don't even know what to say. If I can't get that straight, I don't know how to talk about anything else. What else can we talk about?
Well, we're going to show the house out there.
The Mad Hatter.
Yes.
All right, and find my dog. He's run off. Have you seen Ace? He's probably in somebody's house eating. Usually. Yeah, usually. Oh my, I haven't been outside all day. Well, he's not near the cat, is he?
No, not near the cat. I would say Lori probably has him.
Yeah. Everybody, that is the true color of this house. It's purple, black, and gold, and this is our Mad Hatter house. And Steve was just telling me today, we have people that send us stuff all the time for their homes. And he said, by far, this customer, and it's awesome, but by far this customer has sent us more items to be placed in this home than any other customer that we have. So we almost have a container full, or that's more than what it is. But yeah, and I'm excited about putting it together and making it happen. There's a lot of neat details that are going to be a part of the house, and it's actually going to stay here. We're gonna feature it in our forest property, and it's going to be on an overnight rental. So the inside of it is just going to be the Mad Hatter theme. So.
And where are you going to put the hat you were talking about?
Oh yeah, come here, I'll show you. Boo.
What are you doing? Okay.
Back here, this is going to be a Mad Hatter stoop, like that we put over a roof, over the roof like that. Usually it's a triangle, but we've ordered some iron, and we're going to actually try to fabricate a top hat, you know, and we're going to mount it against the house. So it'll kind of be like a half of a top hat or 3/4. So it'll prevent the rain. It's going to be a roof over the door. And I came up with that idea when we were talking, and I thought, man, a Mad Hatter, that would be so cool to do that. She's got like weather vanes for stuff and all these decorations inside. That'll give it that.
And what size is it?
That's just a 16-footer.
Super cute.
Isn't that neat?
It's going to be really cute.
Yeah, 16-foot freedom. Yep, and you're like, Mandy, you've always said it, I didn't think the copper roof, but we have done more copper roofs lately, and I've never really, I don't know, I never cared for them. And you always said they went with all kinds of colors. Yeah, and I got to agree with you now. They just go with so many different colors,
yeah, we only had one person at the very first workshop that chose it, the dollhouse, and nobody really picked it for probably a couple of years. Nobody picked the copper color. Right.
And then lately, I think it's because a couple people did, and then you were pointing out the colors that goes with it, and now we're selling all kinds of it.
Yeah.
Yep. Isn't that neat?
Super cute.
Yeah. But that color is just going to be so. Can you imagine the green forest and all that stuff around it, and the trees and the deck, and
It's gonna be really
it's
pretty.
going to blend in. That dark green is going to go with that
And
purple.
Holly's asking, is that a regular LP color? What is that? Is that paint? What is, or is it LP siding?
It came up with that LP. Now that's been a long time ago.
So maybe it's PSPI.
This home was sold back in 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before they chose or changed the colors. Yeah.
Get closer and show it.
Yeah. I don't think you can even get this color anymore.
Look how pretty that is.
That's something, isn't it?
I mean, it's almost like a Halloween house too.
Yeah.
You could put orange with it and make it a Halloween house.
But they've been touching up the black and stuff today and putting the siding on.
Yeah, they may. I don't know if they're going to put. They said needs copper shutters. It'd be pretty.
Yeah.
That is cute.
Yeah, it does need some shutters or something, doesn't it? Shutters and flower boxes and stuff.
Yeah, love that. I never seen that color. Is there going to be tea? I'm sure it's going to be tea. That is really cute.
Yep. All kinds of light fixtures and. Yeah. So it's the Mad Hatter.
Super cute. Now we can go inside because it had cleared out a lot if you want to go
You sure?
in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We were doing some urethaning in there and it turned Amanda's stomach. She didn't feel good being
Was
inside the
giving
shop.
Give me a headache there for a little bit.
Oh,
It just-
headache.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gone.
Here, we can go through the spray foam. We got Mr. Jesse here. He's our spray foam expert. Look at him backing up.
He's hiding.
He's our spray
He's
foam
hiding.
expert. Jesse! He's like one of those cats. When you come up to them, they run off and they hide in the hole.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, look, he got shaved up and cleaned up, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I was spraying today and it was just, that beard was just too much.
Yeah, with that mask and everything.
But yeah, but Tom got me a new one,
Yeah?
so that fits my face better with the cotton sock and everything.
Nice.
That's what Teresa said. She said trim for a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Jesse,
you go.
when he got here, we had, like I said, those 4 guns and all that stuff. He came here and took all of them apart. There he is. What's up, buddy? He took them all apart. He has redone this room. He's organized everything. As you can see, the tools. He's gotten the guns under control, the rooms, everything. I mean, I'm talking, this guy is like the hero of the entire place because we used to just have to grind the foam off these homes. And now when he's done, we pretty much just go in there and go to work.
That's amazing.
And so yeah, we can't. And the homes are done. We don't have to wait for them. It takes a couple hours. Look, he just walked off
And he
with your
just
sock.
took Jesse's
Yeah.
sock. He took his sock.
Yeah.
And that's from the other day when it was raining out here. I switched my boots and I forgot to take them over to the house.
Yeah.
But the guns, I mean, they're easy.
He's got it figured out.
Now, real quick, I just want to ask you about the room. These are in this room for a reason, right? The temperature and
Yeah.
everything.
Basically your chemicals, your B side is your chemical, A side is your glue, and it's recommended through the manufacturer and the company that produce them that you keep them between 68 and 85 degrees.
Okay.
Gives it a longer shelf life. Plus, if you keep them up off of the floor, keeps them warmer. Plus, when you're trying to run the pumps, runs a whole lot better. You don't have them banging off of the floor or anything.
Yeah.
And I found with the heater over there, if I come in about an hour early, just kind of warm up the room, it helps it out.
Really?
Oh,
Helps
okay.
warm the temperature up in the drums. And
He keeps taking stuff out of here.
He's taking stuff.
Ace!
He took Jesse's other sock.
yeah, well, he brought the other one back.
Yeah, he brought one back and took the other one.
And everybody said they're saying hi, Jesse.
But yeah, it's between the new compressor and everything, we pretty well got it to where the guns run at one certain PSI. And pretty much, other than last night, little hiccup with the temperature, other than that, I pretty much use the same gun for the last 2 weeks.
And we used to go through 3 guns a day.
And that's knowing what you're doing though. Not anybody can just grab the spray foam and start doing it. That's
No.
just not how it
Yeah,
works.
The book tells you a lot, but Randy, with the way he builds, there's a lot of things Randy knows that you can do in building
Yes,
that you won't find in a book.
right.
And that's the same concept with the spray foam.
It's
It's-
experience.
It's just one of them things you have to grab it, go, and you just gotta kind of work with it and learn along the way.
Yeah.
And two, I've got a question too. So what happens if somebody turns off your compressor?
Ah,
yes.
Mr. Jones.
What happens?
Hey.
See if somebody turns off your compressor.
I know. That's why he's got a compressor now.
Oh, yeah, he's got one
We've
now.
got his own compressor.
Oh, yeah, you're bougie now. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh,
I was in one of the houses spraying and somebody turned the compressor off and I just lost all air pressure
Oh.
and everything.
Bless you.
But it,
he come out there looked like he was fighting mad.
Oh, yeah, because he was ready to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the crazy part is I was like right at the last.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
I was right on the last part.
Well, what it is, that compressor over there, Rob leaves every single day.
Yeah.
And he's the last one to leave and never turns off the compressor.
Right.
So when I go to bed and I'm laying there in the bed about whatever, 10, right?
Yep.
And it's every single night. I got to get out of the house, go
You
in
didn't
there.
even hear me this morning.
No,
I had my compressor in here on, fired up.
ready to go.
I come out, I got water so I can make some coffee, because while I'm waiting for my compressor and my pumps to warm up, I make me a little cup of coffee and got me a little coffee pot.
He's
Well,
at home.
definitely, they're wanting to know what's your accent. You don't sound like a local boy.
I've got multiple accents. Georgia, North Carolina, New York.
Where you from? You grew up in Pennsylvania?
I was originally born in Jersey, grew up in upstate New York. After that, I just kind of like bounced around,
Yeah.
and I've pretty much been all up and down the eastern seaboard. So
Yeah.
Well, they said he's cute. They want to know. I'll ask you.
Uh-oh.
Is he single?
No.
No!
Ladies, that's a no.
That's a no, he's not.
I mean, if you want
No.
to clean up dirty socks, you can have him.
Oh, she said no.
No!
If you want to clean up his dirty, stinking socks, you can have him.
yeah, that's one thing about spray
Do
foam.
laundry like 900 times a day.
You do sweat a lot. The temperature coming out of these guns is at like 200 degrees, and it drops about, I don't know, I'd say about 10, 15 pounds, or well, 10, 15 degrees
Nah.
by the time it hits the gun.
Yeah.
So
And in the summer, man, it's really hot in there.
Here.
summertime's not bad. I mean, if you catch it in the
Where's it? Oh, where'd
evening,
it go?
Mhm.
or you catch it early
your
in the
man, girl.
morning,
Right.
I mean, it's
If you
perfect,
want the
but
stinky feet, you can have him.
if-
He changes
if you
clothes
catch
like 9
it, like,
times a day 'cause
mid-afternoon,
he's all sweaty and gross.
that's
They could
usually
cook you.
the time.
Yeah.
Boy, you're a brave one.
He
I wouldn't even pick that up.
Well,
Well,
we're,
they've enjoyed meeting you.
Yeah.
Both of y'all.
well, we're glad to have them.
Yeah.
And having these chemicals mixed properly is really what makes that whole system safe.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have these chemicals mixed properly, they won't cure right and they won't off gas
I
right
got
and
a
all.
couple pieces over there, if you wanna show them.
Yeah, what you got?
I got a couple of pieces of good.
He's saving them.
Okay, what are we looking at?
Alright, this here is how you know. Oop. My big thumbs. This here is how you know you got good foam. You got a nice smooth edge to it. And then this, one of
What
your,
you're doing,
Yeah.
fix it.
yeah, it takes probably about 5-10 minutes to do it.
Yeah,
And then you can go right back to this nice smooth foam, cause it's solid all
It's
the way
cured,
through.
yeah.
Everything on the walls, it just, it seals anywhere there's a pinhole or something.
Yeah.
This stuff will find it.
Wow.
And the other good part I like about it is like rodents and insects,
Oh, good.
stuff like that. Won't
Oh,
even
I'm
come
spinning
near
a
it.
little bit, Randy.
Uh-oh.
Maybe step right there.
Yeah,
Or,
let me get over here. Hold on a second. You about the insects? Start with there. Yeah.
But yeah, insects and rodents and stuff like that, they don't like the smell of it because they got a better sense of smell. So they can smell the fumes. Yeah.
Yeah.
They won't even eat it.
yeah.
They'll
Of using this type of stuff, and it's if it doesn't cure, it'll cure on the top but not underneath, and then it constantly gives off a gas.
Yep.
And that's the installers, if they're spraying and they're in a hurry and they don't want to go back down in the truck or fix the gun and take the time, then that's what happens. And it's a disaster. You have to you got to clean it all out of the entire house. So that's why I always tell him, and he's conscious anyway, don't be in a hurry.
Well, now, and Mark's asking a good question too. What's he think of the DIY spray foam kits from Lowe's?
The DIY kits from Lowe's, they're good if you're gonna make a small playhouse for like a child in a backyard or something like that. That's about as good as they're for.
Something small.
Yeah,
that.
something small, a little project you got at home, something simple. Anything like that, they're good. The only thing is once you let go of that trigger, you just got to keep with it because otherwise them tips, they don't hold up.
There's
as
no
well.
stopping
No.
and starting.
Yeah, they're just little plastic clear tips. I mean,
Got it.
And Steven's asking, does the foam shrink over time?
no.
It doesn't nothing, does
Nothing.
Once you spray this stuff and it hardens, it's like concrete.
Well, look at see the difference in the color?
it? Yeah.
This is from the sun. This is the UV has turned it brown.
Okay.
Yep. And this has been inside.
I see.
Yep, but see how it's stuck to it's stuck to the 2x. How can any air penetrate that from the outside?
Yeah.
That's like everybody, we were talking about the wrap that you put on a home. That wrap is not a waterproof wrap. It's
Right.
a wind-proof wrap. This is wind resistant. This is
Yeah.
air resistant. It doesn't
Mold
allow
resistant, everything.
doesn't let
isn't it?
anything come through. Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
And it's actually, I mean, you can.
Okay, now it's back.
Back.
Now we're on the Wi-Fi here. Huh, weird.
Nice. Yeah. Well, I'm glad Jesse was there so we could go over the spray foam.
And something else I wanted to mention about the spray foam, and Randy's probably thought of it too, but in the beginning, we charged for spray foam, and we don't now. It's
That's
included.
true. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. When we started, it's such an expensive
Yeah.
thing to do, and we were farming it out to a local installer,
Yeah.
and we were just passing that same cost on to the customer,
Yeah.
and we couldn't afford all that you've seen in
Yes.
there. So then we slowly got into it, and more and more and more. Now just to have a hose to go from one end of the building to the other, and this building is 200 feet long,
Yeah.
and so we put him in the middle. So we got about 150, 75 foot of hose, and it's just, wow, that's like thousands of dollars for that stuff.
And I remember whenever, and believe me, back then we couldn't afford it at all.
No.
But Randy was adamant. He said we have to include the spray foam because it's so good.
Yeah.
And it was just the best. And we really couldn't afford it because if we needed the customer to pay for it.
Yeah.
But you included it.
Well, and I don't know about other tiny home builders, but I would assume by what I kind of heard about other builders, they farm it out. They
Okay.
sub it out,
Yes.
right? And so when they sub it out, it costs them 2 to 3 times more than what it costs us.
Right.
We've included spray foam and haven't upped our price
No, that's
at
true.
all.
That's right.
So because everybody else is a little bit more expensive or a whole lot more expensive than us, is because I've invested in all the equipment. He is designated
Yes.
just to spray foam. His
That's how big of a
salary,
deal it is.
his salary is just to spray
Spray
foam.
foam.
Now
That's
he
it.
does other things when he's not doing it, but I paid him and I said, listen, you sit on your butt if you want to.
Clean guns,
Just make
whatever.
sure these things are going. That's how important that spray foam is to us.
And Benji has a question. Well, I have a couple of questions. Benji said, what can you use to stop it from sticking to the wood, if anything? You want it to stick to the wood, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you sure
You
do.
want it to. Can't go wrong with spray foam. Mark says helps the structure, stability, and to keep it warm and cool. Somebody had put something really quick. It was important to say.
Yeah.
Okay, Peggy said, that's awesome. I just hope it doesn't leave a smell in the tiny house for people that are allergic to chemicals.
Right. And
tell about that.
yeah, and believe me, I've never smoked. I've never done anything before, so I'm super sensitive to stuff. I'm not allergic to very many things, but we have had people that were sensitive and haven't had a report back. Most people, almost everybody, they come into our homes, they smell the natural wood.
Right.
Now, if he doesn't apply that right, and when he's spraying it, you can tell if it's coming out right, like we were just talking, then the chemicals won't come together and they won't mesh like he showed you the good piece, right? That's why I love him being here, is because he's conscious about what he does. I told him, I said, take pride in what you're doing.
Right.
Do not be in a hurry. You will get paid the same. So he doesn't have an incentive to just throw it in there and leave.
Right.
Right? So he's paid to do a good job.
And it's to his benefit for not having aggravation
Yes.
to take your time and do it right, because you don't want to be frustrated, because it's hot what he does.
Yes.
He has to mask up, gown up, whatever he has to do.
Yeah. You know, and I really got to say, when I walk in the homes throughout here and we all come through here, and of course I'm going to say this, right, because I own the company. But if you guys came here, you would not believe how everybody here
Yes.
is really sold out on wanting to do the right thing.
Yes, that's
They
right.
really are. I mean, if anything is not done right, it's because they just didn't see it.
That's right.
And that's why we go behind everybody. I have done this for years, and I have thought I have done spot on work, and somebody would come behind me and see something maybe that I've done, and just,
Right.
it takes more eyes. But everybody here is really conscious, just like he is. He's conscious about what he's doing, and I appreciate that. The carpenters, look, he came back.
Do you need him?
What do you need, John?
You had two guys outside wanting to talk to somebody.
Can you sell him one?
Money now and take one.
Take money from them. Sign them a contract. You can do, you know as much as I do. Hey, we should go out there and sell them one, see what happens.
Exactly, right.
Yeah. But it is. John, everybody here, I'm really, that's what I'm saying earlier. I have to see everything and be a
Yeah.
part of everything here. And I delegate. I love delegating. I don't want to be a part of it, but for some reason, I've created this business that is really me. The designs, the system, and look, it's not perfect, but it's constantly trying to be, right? And that's the way I am. I'm always trying to be. I know I'll never reach it, but by golly, for some reason, I always try to think, you know what, I'm going to do it.
And two, I just want to touch back on the spray foam just really quick.
Yeah.
About whenever the Sorrell's house was here, her son's house. And
Yes.
they had a different option other than the spray
They did.
foam.
We don't have to do spray foam. Everybody, it's superior. It's the thing to do in the industry. Residential homes, it's just like, it's the best when it comes to our value and all that. But we don't have to. We'll use cotton, we'll use wool, blue jeans, and fiberglass and cellulose. We'll use any kind you would like. We're actually doing one right now. I believe it's wool or cotton.
Yes.
We're
I
doing
think
one.
it's- Yeah.
Love to.
I think it's wool.
Don't mind at all doing that.
And we'll go as chemical free on
Anything.
Their whole house
I
is
can
chemical-free.
build in a whole house without any chemicals.
Yes.
We got plywood that has an organic resin in it. Okay. I can build the whole house without plywood.
Right.
Any glues, any adhesives that we use can be natural.
Oh, can you use newspaper? Steven said newspaper.
Cellulose.
Oh, is that what that is? Yeah. Okay.
Now it has a fire retardant in it. I don't know how much that's a natural product that they put fire retardant, but I've used cellulose since the 70s,
Isn't
that I know of.
something? Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
But, and that's usually a blown in insulation. They blow it in between. Look. he,
Get that box! Put you in that box!
he got in that box and come out fired up, man.
My
Hot dog.
goodness! Jesus!
I know.
Birthday is tomorrow. Everybody's want to ask when your birthday is.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
tomorrow,
Hush,
tomorrow.
nope. Stop.
My God, he's got the rabies. Anyway, the one thing that I did not know about that with the spray foam, and I hate to, beat a dead horse
That's
here,
okay, yeah.
but I didn't know about the insects, the rodents, and things like that. That they
Yeah.
don't chew it, they don't like it.
I didn't know it either.
Yeah.
Yep.
And can I just say, I want everybody to know that while we're on here, the email, people are emailing, send me a application, send me an application.
Are they
Send me
really?
an application, send me an, I bet I've seen 15 so far.
No way.
Yes.
I told John McQuire, I said, God, get ready for a wave, man. And I said, we've been waiting on this for 5
Oh,
years. It was scratching and clawing and grabbing and working, and it's just been so
Killing.
hard to get to this point,
Yes.
man. And you know what? We have survived
Yes.
5 years
I will survive.
with no financing.
I know.
No ANSI certifications, no RVIA, nothing. We have survived because we built a good, strong product
Yes.
at a great price that people were willing to buy from us.
Yes.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
And now we got all this other stuff
Yeah.
like everybody else does, and our prices are still low and still at the same that we were before.
I hope everybody gets approved. I hope everybody gets what they want and look, there's another one to come through. I'm not going to tell who just sent theirs, but she knows who she
Hey, you know what?
Just seen it.
Let the resort roll.
Oh, come on. It's just like, and Benji said, watch the resort sell out and people move it from the park. No, there's plenty, there's 162 acres
No.
over there.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
And we've had, you wouldn't believe the emails that I've had that people have been so worried that the prairie was sold out.
Yes.
The forest was sold out. The beach is almost sold.
Yeah.
And people, they were saying like, oh, I have been saving for all this time and now I have nowhere to go. I will not stop.
No.
Okay? If there is a demand, I will make things happen.
Yes.
All right? That's all I need you guys is just to participate.
It's like, do you want it?
If you want it, I can do it. All right? That's all I need. Developing is enjoyable for me. It is so nice. It's fun to develop property.
They keep coming in. I bet we've had 18 now.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. And two, I've talked with a customer today on the phone. I answered the phone, and she asked to be put on a waiting list for the, and I wanted to say hi to her. Her name is Shelly. I told her I was going to call her out. She has watched us for years.
Okay.
And so her name's Shelly. So hi, Shelly. Randy, say hi,
Hi,
to
Shelly. Okay.
And she wanted to be put on a waiting list for the prairie.
Yep.
And there's like 8 people already in line on a wait list
For the prairie.
We have a wait list on the forest, and there's only, I didn't even ask Kelly how many was left on the beach today, but the other day it was 10, but I don't know what it is now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
You know, and everybody,
That's Shelly. Hi, Shelly.
Hi, Shelly.
Sweet as can be.
all right, sweet can be Shelly.
Yeah.
I need to meet Shelly. If you're sweet, I need you here in this community, right? If you're sweet. I limited it at 30, and I don't know why I did. You know what I was thinking? I thought if I had 30, it was like, give everybody come breathe in room and go, right?
Make the prairie larger. It's what my
I know, and people are saying, no, pack us in there. So listen, I'm not going to pack you like sardines.
Yeah.
If I think I can fit some more in the prairie and it looks nice and it flows very well, I have an engineer coming out Friday. We have to have a licensed engineer to map out the sewer.
Yes.
Okay, so he's coming out Friday.
That's
He sounds like
Friday.
a great guy. Our surveyor is an awesome surveyor. He's an older gentleman. And
Ornery.
yeah, ornery as hell. And he came out and he's got the engineer coming. But we're going to get this down, and I'm going to take him across the street I'm going to say, hey,
Yeah.
because I've got some ideas that may be able to be implemented in the property across the street too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say, hey, if, if we can develop this part and this part, what's going to be involved in the sewer and how much of an upgrade? Because there's some pumps and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep you posted. But
Yeah, that's exciting.
Everybody-
And both of us said the C word, so we've got to watch ourselves. Both
yeah.
of us did.
Oh, this.
Isn't that
Did that
awful?
equal it out? Like zero
I
it
guess
out?
it canceled it out.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead. What's
Well,
your question?
I just want to say we got 2 new things to show here.
Yeah. All right. Let's show Marlene.
Yes.
Miss Marlene.
Yeah.
We started your house today. I told her today on the phone that we started her home.
Good. I was
Yep.
going to email her. I'm glad you did.
This, I've got fond memories of this home or these types of trailers. Everybody, let me point this out. This is our Craftsman style trailer. All right. And I'm really kind of partial to this because Tom and I devised this over the years of building these things. When we first had our first home, it wasn't like this. Then we developed drop axle trailers. We've had these joists here. These joists used to be flush up here. Then we dropped these because I wanted to put, we used to have plumbing underneath the house that was exposed.
Right.
And now we have everything inside, as you can see now. So the Craftsman trailer costs more money, but you get more home. All right, and you can load it with more. This is a 10-foot wide house, drop axle. You get an almost 11 foot 2 inches from floor to ceiling. Okay, it's about it's almost a foot taller than the Craftsman or the Freedom or RJO. So what we'll do is we'll put 2x4s on here, 3 inches, 2x4s that brings it up flush. Okay, we spray foam, of course, under all this. The 2x4s keep anything from wicking, the cold wicking through there. It's a bridge, if you will, across all these. Here's the drain. As you can see, you've got your drain for your sinks and your washer and dryers and your showers and your toilets. Your water line comes up. I love how this is all can be done, but this is a Craftsman style trailer. 10 by
22, I believe.
What is it, 22?
I think it said 22.
Yeah, 10 by
10
22.
by 22.
Yeah. And so Marlene and her husband came here. They were in their motor home for several days, designing their home, getting their ideas down and all that stuff. And
Now, good question, or just a question.
Yeah.
Now, if they had a motor home, how come they wanted a tiny home? Do you remember their story, or?
I do not. I didn't get their story. No.
I was curious.
No, I didn't.
Because we have another lady here that has a
Yeah.
motor home.
Yeah.
And is
Kimberly.
doing a tiny home. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can't beat a tiny home.
I know it's a house.
Listen, I love RVs. And I think RVs have their
They got
place.
their place.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to vacation
Yes.
and you're going to travel a lot, I think an RV is awesome. These will travel. This is 10 foot wide. This is a home. Their RV is not that wide.
No.
So this is more of a home. It's cheaper than
Yes.
buying a house, and they like living in their RV, but this is going to make their RV look really tiny. But then they can still travel in their RV. You know, they had a really nice RV too.
Yeah.
It was a motor home.
Oh,
Yep.
Dana has a camper and is buying a tiny house too. So
Yep.
that's
Yep.
awesome.
They do. They have their place. You know.
Myrtle said motor homes are temporary. A time span.
Yeah, and everybody, these, as you all know, I don't have to tell you this, you know that these homes will last generation after
Yes.
generation after, there's no reason why this home should deteriorate.
Right. Oh, good question. Does the spray foam break down over the years?
Not that I know of. It's in between the walls, so there's no UV rays that'll break down.
Right.
It doesn't shrink, you know. And I suggest you go online too and read about closed cell. It's not open cell, it's closed cell.
It's open sale.
You know, I just say it as like a cup of coffee. It's like a cup. You know, the cup is open at the top.
Yeah.
Or the closed cell, it's all closed, like a bubble.
Okay.
So it's a bunch of bubbles in there, and I'm sure this is not technically right, but it's waterproof. I've always wanted to make pontoons, and my whole dream before I got into this was building these massive cylinders of pontoons
right.
and building a home or a barge. And I wanted to fill it full of closed cell foam because
Right.
salt water, nothing would deteriorate it.
That's good.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to show on this? Because I want to show the
Nope,
other house that
we're
started.
good. We're good on this. Yeah,
That you started.
yeah. Well, this one was framed.
You framed it Saturday.
Is this the one I framed?
You said it was.
Yeah. Well, we did another one just like it.
Oh, well then I took the wrong name off it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because that's who I thought you said. I thought this was the one you meant.
Well, you were talking to me in the shop, and I hadn't been out here.
So I gotta
So,
switch it back.
well, Matt started one today, and
Oh.
then the one that I had done, and you know what? I built 3 of them,
I know.
and then we got Needich down there, Nidich,
Or Needich, I
doing
don't
that
know.
one, and then
So
yeah,
who did this one?
Matt was started on this
So
one.
this is Rose. then.
Okay, all right.
I put the wrong name on it then. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought that's one you did.
I think, yeah, Amanda. I mean, my head has been inside
I know.
in a war today in that office. I was like wanting to get out so bad.
Well, this is Rose. He's on here all the time and stuff.
All right.
This is his house. It started
you go.
8 by 18.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And Matt did this.
Yeah, Matt did this. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I can tell by the boards up there and everything. I didn't do that.
Ah,
Yep.
well, what's that supposed to mean?
No, it's different boards. I used one before, she used one with 6. Yeah.
I thought you were like, oh, because
You
of
know
the
what?
boards.
I have got, this is what's funny. Matt has been in building as long as me,
Yeah.
all right? He's my age. He's been a builder for all his life, all
Yeah.
right? When it comes to framing or anything, I just got my ways of doing stuff.
Yeah,
You know?
right.
And it's hard for me to help him do it because he's been a framer, but I just like framing. I like doing all this stuff, and I got a sequence in how I do it. And it's
Right.
like, believe it or not, I know this sounds stupid, but it's like almost like a dance,
Right.
all right? Because when I get going, I know to shuffle to the right, I know to shuffle this way, and then I
Yeah.
know to go this way, and then back and forth, and it's just the same all the time.
Right.
And it's just, I enjoy doing it because of the production that it evolves, and the time spent, and then the less energy spent. It's just a game to me, and every time that I do a home, I try to do better, I try to be faster, I try to be more efficient, and I try to think of how I can be a better framer,
Right.
trimmer, roofer, all that stuff. So I really, truly enjoy doing this. You know, I like the business end of it. I've been able to comprehend numbers and how it all works. But it's probably my best love is just working.
But one of the things that I think that you were trying to get at was that you're having to tell seasoned carpenters a different way to build.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that probably kind of sucks.
Well, I don't want to offend them. I don't
Right.
want to offend them,
It's
but at the same time,
offensive,
we have a home to build, and we have a protocol to meet in a way of happening in this thing.
Yes.
Like I built a jig for our rafters. It's a
You just
pattern,
showed us.
and
Yeah.
it's the angles are on it. It's all set. It's ready to go, and I have it, and I'm building. If we build those rafters too steep, they go up too high, and then we're taller than 13.6.
That's right.
And then our trailers are at a certain height. Everything is precise. It's not really complicated, but you got to be on it to make sure that
Exactly.
they stay that way.
Well, and everybody needs to be in the same form. Everybody needs to be doing
Yeah.
the same thing, so everybody's on the same page.
Even though these homes are different,
Yes,
they're built the same.
they're built the same. Correct.
What different those and floor plan.
Well, and that's what the thing is about whenever you're going to have people to come and learn. Like if you have a weekend of teaching and stuff, you're going to teach your style. You're not
Yeah.
just going to teach something from a textbook. This is how you've done the experience
Right.
and you've taught your men. So,
Yeah. And it is really hard, that I've noticed this, it is really hard, even Tom tells me, he said, Randy, it's hard
hard to teach.
to explain what I do to someone else.
Right.
It's hard to do that for a lot of these guys.
Right.
They like working, they like getting it, but you know what? For them to sit there and explain to another person how to do it or what to do,
Right.
they're like, just let me do it myself.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
But I
right.
enjoy trying to show somebody
But
and explain
that's
it.
also the uniqueness of an incredible tiny home is how it's built. It's not built just like,
Yeah.
you
I mean,
know,
look at these
you have a
homes down
certain
through
way
here.
You want to build.
Yeah, I mean, from the different types of siding, of course, this one right here is, you know,
This is like
off
broke
the
the
charts.
mold.
Yeah, this is off the charts here, you know.
Are the guys still out?
Yeah, yeah. Tomorrow's Thursday.
Wow.
Jeff ought to be back tomorrow, and Albert, I'm hoping his back is healed up.
It takes
Yep.
a while for a back. It really does. We've all been through
Yeah,
that.
and he's a young guy. I mean, I don't think he's probably in his late 30s, you know. And but my back has went out on me when I was younger. And I'm going to tell you, I try to tell these guys, they won't listen until they get older. But my back used to go out all the time. I mean, just picking up a pencil, right?
Yeah.
When I started doing yoga, it quit.
Yeah.
And so every morning I get up, I don't want to do it. It's the last thing I want to do, but I'll take a 15, 20-minute yoga, course that I do, and my whole back is completely, it stays healthy and strong the whole time.
Well, the physical therapist, the last time that I twisted my lower back,
Yeah.
he said, you think it's that one picking up the pencil or twisting. He said it's been a buildup.
Yeah.
And he said you have to maintenance your back every day.
Yep.
And he said to do that cobra stretch and do
That's
things
what
like
I do,
that.
yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
And if you don't, I mean, listen, when you get down on your back or anything else,
Yes.
it's just like, wow, what can I do to never have that happen
never
again?
do it again.
Yeah.
Yes, you're
so
right.
I do it constantly.
Okay.
Yep.
Can we see
Yeah.
can we see the lake?
The lake? Sure. Let's go through the. We hope we don't lose signal in here. Again, we're always evolving and changing. I want to explain why this is here.
Okay.
When we build a home, I explain to guys, it's like if you go to your mechanic that works on a car, you ever go in there and they've got 50 cars sitting outside?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of times they'll use parts from other cars. A lot of times they've got jobs are coming and going and waiting for parts. When we build a home, a lot of this wood off of this house,
Yes.
they'll stack it up to use on this house, but they'll leave it there until the next job and then try to use that again on the house. And it's kind of like a closet.
Yes.
So if you got a good piece of trim or a couple good nice looking boards,
You want to keep that.
you want to keep it. So that's like the carpenter's closet right in here is what we're doing. So we try to keep, even though it looks junky, it has to look this way to be a
Yes.
carpenter. Yep.
Now, I'm not going to go in there because I'm afraid we're going to lose signal, but I'm going to take a peek.
Just right here. Take that right there. Can you
Yep,
see that?
I can see it.
All right, we've got all of our electrical on here. This is Stephen Scott putting all this together, sealing, wiring, all electrical lights, switches, plugs, and everything.
Nice.
This is just the beginning. We have got a we've got a timeline that we're working on.
Yes.
At the same time, they're actually getting a software together for our inventory that everything in there is going to have a physical inventory so we know exactly what we have on hand.
Right.
And then as it comes through that door, it is going to be counted for and gone to each building.
Right.
And then also the other software program we have is keeping track of every man hour, every email, every picture, every text, every change order, everything there is for each individual customer. And it's a live program to where the customers can go on and check out all the information that has been sent.
On their
So there's
bill.
no gray area. Said, what wasn't said, and who was talking to who. And it's a live web design to where you can get on
Live
it anytime.
stream,
We
yeah.
can all, get on it at the same time. 3 and 4 different people can be putting things on it and retrieving information. Yeah. All that is not yet installed. We are working on it. There's an immense amount of information that has to be downloaded, and that's hand placed inside the software. All the numbers, every piece of that equipment in there has to be recorded.
Yeah.
Every bit. And we got 4 containers full.
And Will just said streamline and efficiency means super success. And you have to have that organization.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Listen, you guys, I'm still not sleeping good.
Yeah.
This business is not running the way I want it to run.
Right.
We're doing great. We're climbing. We're getting better.
Leaps
but man,
and bounds of where it
until
was.
I know this place is humming like a Swiss clock,
Yeah.
I will never be calm. Move it, Randy.
Stop. You're not.
Mandy just went like this. She goes, out the door.
I ain't.
Out the door, boy. Oh, let me show you. We put sprinkler heads up inside our shop.
Oh, good.
We got them here, here, here. I got 20 of them all the way
Oh,
down,
that's great.
all the way down the shop. I got 20 more sprinklers in there. I want this. I don't know what happened to me, but since that one big house that burnt down,
Yes.
it's
be
just,
our guest.
it's just, Jim is a great guy. We built, his house burnt down. We built him for a big
that.
old 12 by 36.
Yes.
And it is just,
Beautiful
it put
home.
something in me.
And thank goodness nobody was hurt. Nothing.
So what we're doing is we're putting sprinklers all the way across here, all the way across here. I'm also gonna bring in, when we do the beach property, I'm gonna bring in a 2 in another 2-inch main, and we're gonna have volume. That's why I'm glad we have the pond. The pond is
Yes.
also a source of water
Yeah.
if there ever is a fire. And also we're hoping we can build another lake over in the prairie area.
Right.
So if we can do that, I actually wanted to build canals over here by the beach area. I love water. I love features.
And can the tiny homes have sprinklers? Somebody
Yes,
just asked.
and they do. We started putting sprinkler heads in every tiny home.
Right.
From our ANSI inspector that we work with now, he said no other company in the country is putting sprinkler heads in tiny homes.
Isn't that something?
They are not that expensive. Just the head is about $20.
Is there a way to install after a build? Like if somebody comes back, one of our customers said, hey, is there any way I can get one installed?
Well, you know, when you
What
want to,
happens?
you're going to run a water line up high, right?
Okay.
So you can't fish tape a water line behind a wall because of the spray foam.
Okay.
You can run it on the outside and then trim it with a piece of wood and make it look nice.
Right.
You know, now if there are any of our customers, right, that we have built before we started our sprinkler systems, there are called powder systems that has a canister and a sprinkler head.
Right.
And they're about $250. And all you do is mount it on the ceiling. And if you all want one of them, we will order it and send it to you for cost.
Right.
And all you do is put it up on the ceiling, and we'll
Okay.
even build a box for you. And I meant to say that before, and we'll maybe throw it out in an email, but anybody that has
So we'll
bought
get a
any of our
price on
homes,
it.
I'll send you one of them. And what it does, if you do have a fire, there is a powder material that comes out and just extinguishes the fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll get a price for everybody. So if you're interested in that.
Yeah, see, that system is going to be about $300 or more to build. Where a sprinkler system was, we run a water line, we got a valve on it and a
Right.
head. We got to trim it out and all that, but the actual mechanism is only about $20. When
Okay.
we're all said and done with labor, we got about $100 in it.
Okay.
So,
And it's so funny, you know, in a house, you're not required to have sprinkler systems or anything like that.
no,
Isn't that something?
You know,
Not like any house.
I just don't like the feeling that I know one day when you build hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of homes, you're going to get something that's going to happen.
Right.
And I just want to do all I can to keep that from happening.
Right.
You know? Our big workshop. This is the big cabinet shop. Jesse's been spray foaming this,
Oh,
and then we'll be taking down the old cabinet shop
oh.
and making this whole thing a cabinet
I
shop.
like to see it come down. We'd like to maybe watch it a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's getting dark, isn't it?
Yeah. We can still see though. We're good.
Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
I have no idea what's going to happen here. We don't know about the water source. We do have a small stream that fills this thing up. It's a small trickle.
Holy cow.
As it fills, it gets wider and wider and wider.
Yeah.
So it filled up pretty quick, but now it's actually wider and it takes more volume. What we did is we just pushed dirt up there because we got to build the dam behind that dirt.
Yeah.
So we're going to build the dam out of concrete and all that and get it done.
Yeah.
Then we'll dig all that water, that dirt out of there.
Yeah. Is
and
all
it'll
this
hit the
from
dam.
rain? Where does
Yeah.
water? So all this come from the rain.
From the rain, and out there when it's said and done, it'll be about 6 to 8 feet deep.
Gee.
Yeah. So we can swim laps up here, Amanda.
Amanda don't swim. Amanda don't know how to swim.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And look, right over here, waterfront property.
Yeah,
Isn't that cool?
exactly.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Because all these homes will be gone. Eventually, all these will be gone when the properties are developed.
Yeah.
So all these will be gone, and I want to plant trees. I like to get rid of this road and just make this a big forested area around the lake here.
Wow.
Yeah. So this won't even look like it
won't
is
even
right
look
now.
the same because you're going to
Nothing.
close this road.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
really would like to somehow, I know the building's real tall, but I'd like to surround our building with big trees and natural barriers, and it'll just look.
I just talked to Shelly today, and we were talking about the sound and where the factory and all that kind of stuff, and you're going to protect all that. You're wanting to you
Yeah.
know, make a barrier.
Yeah. And these are all temporary. Everybody's
Yeah,
waiting.
everything's
Everybody's
temporary.
waiting, you know.
Mhm.
And but yeah, that'll all be gone. Eventually, if we can, like I said, and the person said, you know, being efficient and all that stuff, and the business starts really honing in on every dime that we spend, I would like to eventually fill that building full of solar panels, and we become an off-grid company.
Dana said that. She said, I heard you run trees down with the lawnmower, so you better get big ones. We better get big trees.
I hope not. We heard the guy that was cutting lawn, he was going around them, so I hope we didn't cut none of them we planted.
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
I
when
hope
she was
not.
here, we planted them. But
Yeah.
yeah, I forgot to put a flag in them where they were at.
Oh, God.
Man.
Girls, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, that was their fault. They should have got flags.
They said for you to do that.
Oh, stop it.
Oh. Dana said I heard half are gone. Jesus.
Okay, who's telling Dana this stuff? Who's the spy around here?
There's a spy.
Gosh. Yep. Oh, and that right
Not
there is
safe.
not a sewer pipe, okay?
Yes, exactly.
That's our gutter drain off of our main building.
Just to clarify, not a sewer pipe.
Yeah, so we got fresh water coming off the building, going over here. Yep. Any other questions?
Yeah, any other questions?
Let's go back to the beginning of the show.
Because I want you to tell that
All right.
again, yes.
So the beginning of the show, this show was titled, We Got Financing,
Yeah.
right? What was it called?
Or let's see. It's time, what do we call it?
I can't
It's time
remember.
for financing? Let the
Yeah.
financing begin.
Yeah, let the financing begin.
Yes.
All right. And it has, everybody. So if you need financing for your tiny home, Dana, all right? I know she's been waiting a long time. A lot of
A
people
lot of people have.
email us. And I'm going to say this so Amanda and I don't, you know,
Listen, you say whatever you want to say.
I can't believe I said it that confusing.
You,
You know what? You explain it.
I ain't gonna say.
If you want financing, Amanda, what do they do? What do they do, Amanda?
I'm not gonna say. You say.
Yeah, you know you don't want to. If you want financing, email us. We'll send you the application that you will fill out and you will send to 21st Mortgage.
All I want to say.
Done.
All I want to say is me and Travis know.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Me and Travis know the truth.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
That's all I need. I just need Travis on my side. That's it. Hey, I wrap it up. You don't wrap it
That's
up.
what she does to me behind the scenes. Wrap it up. Like you are boring and you
Good
need
question.
to shut
Hey,
up.
Gloria, will the prairie lots have half gravel, half grass? What will the prairie kind of look like, or what do you think?
Well, it's all grass,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not going to park on grass
Right.
and you're not going to drive on grass.
So just to make it clear, the forest and the prairie, the roads are gravel.
Everything in here is gravel except for the beach. It's
Except for the
concrete
beach.
because that's where we're cutting the concrete out.
Okay.
Even in the resort,
Mhm.
there'll be gravel roads.
Okay, gravel
Yep.
roads.
I love gravel roads.
Okay.
Yep. And it's up to me to keep them up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Something about now EJ, because we're about to put her build on the
schedule.
schedule. EJ posted something great in the Tiny Homes group about PO boxes and stuff like that. So try to check that out, and we may share that too. But it was they put great information on there.
Good.
A lot of informative
And that's
stuff
what
for everybody.
everybody ain't got all your answers.
Right.
I'm giving you a place to live and I'll take care of it. Other than that, it's like, you know what? We got to just kind of fend for ourselves here a little bit, y'all.
And the other thing too is that I've already looked over the lease agreement for the properties. Randy needs to look over it, and then we'll do the final approval and send that out. And it's the one that deals with basically everything. Trash
All your
pickup,
restrictions
all
and
your
what's going
stuff.
on. You
Yeah.
can't, can't tie your horse up outside your door. Raise pigs outside there, a bunch of chickens yelling, screaming, all right?
Exactly, that's
Yeah.
right.
But
It's very fair.
yes, it is. And I think also everybody, I don't want a contract that's that big, right? That many
No.
pages.
Yeah.
It's about common sense, and there may not be any people who say, oh, yeah, I know people ain't got any common sense. You know what? That's why we're a community. And That's
Yeah.
why we talk. And I also thought, you know how they got in Jerusalem the Wailing Wall
Yes.
in Jerusalem?
Mhm.
You wail and pray.
Yeah.
I'm going to have the complaining room. All right, and I'm gonna build a room that has a complaint, and you go in there, but it's gonna be really small, okay? So only 2 people can fit in there at one time.
Oh, I see.
All right, so you're gonna have to hunker in there. So if you got something to complain about, you go in there, and, ah! And then you can leave. All right.
So it's kind of like confession.
There's
with
gonna be
the-
always something to complain about, always something to be negative about, always. And your home will never be perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Your home will never be perfect. You will never be perfect. This place will never be perfect. And the sooner we find that out, the happier we're going to be. And just
Exactly.
look at me as an example. In
Dana said,
gabillion
oh
ways.
shoot, I'll be booking that once a week. At least once a week.
All right, we'll go if that's what you
Is
need.
it going to be spray foamed and soundproofed?
Oh, that thick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just
Yep.
want to mention on Saturday, you know, I'm not Catholic, but I watched Catholic church on Sunday washing the dishes at the house. It was very formal. It was very fun too. And let me tell you what the guy said. I'm not sure what you call him, if he's a cardinal or if he's a bishop. I don't know whatever he is, but the guy that talks the most, okay? He's the one, and he said his mom is 90, okay? And he said, you know, she told him, she said, you know, I like this social distancing thing, you know, because he kind of talks like that. So I like this social distancing thing, and everybody's staying at home. She said, I get to watch church in my pajamas and stuff like that. And she said, and I don't have people running around me with a plate trying to get money from me. He said, what do you do? It's my mother.
Wow.
And he's in charge of the church.
Ain't that something?
Exactly.
Yeah. I bet you there's a lot of churches hurting for money because
Oh, I know. And he said, listen, he said, don't get complacent. He said, don't get comfy. He said, don't you all be getting comfy at home.
That's right. Oh my gosh.
But he said, it's my mother.
Hey, and that reminds me, and Amanda may have forgotten this, but I've been thinking about, and she has actually come up with it too, is I may do a little, I don't know, a little weekend podcast kind of thing,
Yeah.
a little weekend show. All right? Probably Sundays or something like, probably
Yeah.
Sundays, 'cause I had to work on Saturdays. So I may do something, it's nothing churchy or nothing like that, but I may do a show totally different than what we're doing right here.
Yeah.
On Sunday mornings about 9, well, probably about 10, 11 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah.
So we're trying to put it together. Don't know if it'll be ready for this Sunday or not, but I'd like to come in just some ideas that I've had to
Yeah.
run by. So we'll let you know if that's going to be coming in, and I'll let you, you guys can plan on and hopefully be available when I come on.
They said, more Randy, I'm down for it.
Oh, that's sweet.
And two, we just want to, on a serious note, we
Yeah.
want to, Daniela's on here, and we want to talk
Again,
about, you know, mention her
Her
son.
boy, yeah. Her son was in a bicycle accident, hit by a car. He's, I don't know how he's doing. Do you know anything about it, Amanda?
I don't know. I seen that she's on here, and a lot of people's been praying for her and her son. And she can put on here, of course, update us all.
Yeah, and then Trucker Mike also was a head
Definitely
injury.
Trucker Mike.
I think that I think today is day 39 or 40.
It happened on, if Maria, I think, double check me,
13th.
but I think it's the 13th of March.
Friday the 13th.
I know, exactly.
So he's been in there since Friday the 13th in
Daniela
March.
said not so good. So we're really praying for her and really thinking about you there. And she's on here. So we just want to lift her up in thoughts and prayers and whatever
Daniela,
we can do.
when this COVID's over, you need to come see us.
Yeah.
I'd like for you to come visit us. If we can help you get here, that'd be great. We'd like to visit with you. Trucker Mike,
Very
his mom,
Yes.
his man. So everybody
hmm
let's hang in there with each other, you know?
We've all got needs and we've all got issues going on. So let's all just,
Yeah.
you know, pray for each other, think about each other, and the ones that are hurting the most, you know, think about what little bit that we've got going on and try to lift them up more because
Yeah.
they need the extra right now.
Yep,
So,
we sure do.
yeah.
I was thinking, I remember, I think I went to a church when I was younger, and you don't have to let anybody know, but wouldn't it be cool? I think, is that Wailing Wall does that? Like, if you have a prayer request, wouldn't it be cool if we had a place in your anonymity, how you call it?
Yeah.
And you can put your needs. You don't have to sign it when nobody looks, and
It's
just
called a prayer list.
just stick it on a wall. There's a wall.
They do it at the churches.
Yeah, and just fill it full.
Yeah.
And I think prayer is not just kneeling on your knees and and praying like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you go by a wall like that and you see so many needs, I think
Mm-hmm.
just looking at them and thinking it in your mind and thinking something good and trying to send a prayer for that
Right.
person that has any need there might be.
Right.
And you don't have to put your name on it. I believe that helps everybody.
So,
you know?
so what you're saying
Be
is you're
kinda
going to
cool.
build a tiny
Prayer
church.
wall.
A tiny.
Just a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere. I don't know, somewhere it's not evident, but it's a place, you know?
Mhm.
Man, it would be cool. You just walk by and somebody got, who knows? It might be a
Well,
little
come up
neat.
with a design. We want to see it.
That's
so.
something cool, you know?
Yeah,
It's not, you don't
exactly.
want it, you know, don't want it too goofy or anything. Just something like, I don't know. You know what? I remember sometimes you just get down or something and it's like, God, you don't have nobody to talk to. Even you could be in this community and you could be
Right.
alone.
Mhm.
But sometimes just writing something out and putting it on there, somebody's going to read it. And
Mhm.
just knowing somebody's going to read it
Yeah.
helps you. It helps you be
Sure.
lifted up a little more. I had a friend that went to New York City about 9 years ago. Amanda knows him, Steve.
Mhm.
And he was 19 years old, and I helped him move to New York City.
That's right.
Gorgeous kid. I mean, just
Yes.
physically beautiful.
He was a model.
And I said, you know what? That's what you want to do. I'm going to help you get there. So I kind of sponsored him and helped him out getting there. He told me something about New York. He said with, 4 million people on Manhattan or whatever it is, it was the loneliest place in the world.
That's
He could
sad.
walk down the street and nobody speak to you. Nobody talks to you. It's not that they mean. Everybody's busy. Everybody's got stuff
busy.
going on.
Yeah.
So then he told me, he said, you know what? He said, once I reached out and I spoke to somebody,
Mhm.
he said they started reciprocating to
Mhm.
me. And so when I went and visited him, me and my boys went and visited him, and we were in his apartment. We come downstairs. We got in the elevator. He said, "Good morning, John. What's going on?" And he was a real personable guy, but he was lonely there for about a year because he was so intimidated. And John was just having this big conversation. So we got out of the elevator and we went down just to the corner, and we went to a bagel place, and we walked in, and the owner said, "Steve, regular?" He said, yeah, take care of my buddies. We went 3 bagels and,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, fine. Got that. He sits down and there's more people coming in, and it felt like small town
Yeah.
USA
Mhm.
is what it felt like. So within his block or borough or whatever you call that up there, he was like it felt so warm and friendly. So what I'm saying here is the same thing. You can be completely isolated amongst tight quarters of people, or you can branch out as much as you see fit.
Well, and human nature will come out. Our human nature is not to be alone
Yeah.
and all that stuff. It's really not.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. So anyway, that was a short little story. But everybody, hope you have a good night. Financing is available. No matter what Amanda says, you just email us and we'll set you straight. All right, 21st Mortgage is financing
Okay.
our tiny homes because we are ANSI certified. We are financing our homes for the first time in 5 years.
Yes.
We will send you an application, right? And you send it to them. And we will give you all the information you need to know, a letter of explanation, and get you set up. So if you've been
Right.
waiting for years to get a tiny home, get that application and get it out there. All right?
Right.
650 credit score is what they're saying. Interest rates between 4 and 5 up to 9 or 11%. And you guys got a 23-year
And
amortization.
good question. Mishka is asking, hey, Mishka, we know Mishka.
Yep.
Do we send, when they do get financing, the 20% comes to us,
Us.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, and
Yep.
but that'll all be told and everything,
Yeah,
right?
20% comes here. They figure that into the loan process. Yeah, and the one thing that maybe in the future somebody asked me, well, what if, I would like to know about financing if they wanted to include delivery, or if they can include a lot deposit.
Maybe a setup and all
So
that
I will
stuff?
call them tomorrow and ask them what else we can include in that.
Yeah.
Like there's package deals that we could include in the price of the home.
The
all right?
deck and skirting.
Yeah,
and things
deck,
like that,
skirting
all that.
packages, all that stuff. So
That'd be nice.
let me see what I can find out more now that we've got it going on. I'll do all I can to get that
And probably
information
tell
for
them
you.
all your needs and see what they say too. Well, I don't know what it asks on the application, so
Well, that won't be on there, but
right.
yeah.
Somebody asked yesterday, I believe it was, or maybe this morning. She was just a little bit confused about. So the 20% is sent to us. You don't send the mortgage place another 20%.
No,
You send 20%.
And what happens is you send us a 20%, sign a mortgage, your credit, and you get all that done, and it's set. No money is transferred to us until the build is complete. That's going to put us in a real tight spot for a while.
Yeah.
Because if we get, all of our customers are financed, because we get 100%. People pay us 100% up front because we use your money to build your houses.
Yeah.
Credit.
Yeah.
So now if we start rolling this in and we get 20 homes that we got to only get 20%, we got to keep, that's why we're trying to really be efficient right now, is because we got to roll those homes out. Once we get those paid, then we can use that money to help facilitate the next generation and then generation to generation
And
of
I wonder
homes.
when, because that's a good question, Dana, when do the payments start with 21st Mortgage?
After the home is built and you receive all your money.
Oh, once you receive, okay,
Yeah.
okay, good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
We're getting there, everybody. What a nice day, huh? I thought today was a disaster.
Yeah.
All right, it was just, whoa. I had stress eating or disorder today.
Yeah, true.
And Mr. Michael, right?
Yes, Michael.
He sent a basket, was this big.
Oh, we should show it.
All right, it was
I
fruit.
know.
It was
Huge basket.
stuff,
Yes.
cookies and chocolates and cheese and
I'll
all
take a
kinds of
picture
stuff.
and post
It
it.
was this big.
Yeah.
Michael, thank you so much for that gesture. It
Yes,
was beautiful,
that
man.
was wonderful.
I wish you wouldn't have sent it, because I ate 14 apples.
Exactly.
I busted into the pineapple
Cherries.
and cherries. Oh.
Now, I've got some really quick birthday questions, okay?
Yeah.
Let's see. Congratulations on our financing, of course. Paula said yay. Who is it? Lisa Zach said happy birthday, Randy. Let's see. Happy birthday, Randy, from Lori Rogers. Happy birthday, Randy, from Will Labrie.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
said Bailey and Cooper RV Adventures. Happy birthday, Randy, and have a nice day tomorrow. Happy birthday, Dawn Carroll. Randy, enjoy your 60th. Marty wants to know, what are you doing tomorrow?
Working.
Working. There's no question on that.
No plans.
Working. Beth Newell, hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow. Happy Big 60.
Thanks, man.
Thank you all, ITH family, for your support. Daniela said, I wanted to say that. Linda Bueller, happy birthday, Randy. Mishka, she said, great day. Good job on the financing. So there's a lot of birthdays.
Thank you.
Christy, happy birthday. Tor, Peggy, everybody's saying it. Susan Morgan, everybody's saying happy birthday.
Awesome.
So Shelly, happy birthday.
You know-
Pam, Janet, so many.
I feel weird doing that because you all have birthdays, and because I'm on here all the time, I get to see all that because
Let me show you. See, look at everybody's coming through. Happy birthday.
wow.
Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
That is cool.
Look at everybody coming through. That's awesome. He's reading them, everybody. He never reads the comments. Did you see Travis? See what Travis said?
No, what'd he say?
Look.
Old.
No.
I'm not saying it.
I'm not saying it. Good for you, Travis.
That's right.
Don't do it, Travis.
Aw.
Thank you, guys.
Wow, man.
Look.
Jeez. Oh my God. Look at them all.
Me neither, Travis. Dana said no, she ain't saying it. Happy 60th, EJ. Oh, EJ gave you kissy lips.
Ooh, come here, EJ. I'm gonna lay one on her too.
Gloria, happy birthday. Look at everybody. RG, Chuck Marshall.
Oh, Chuck.
Chuck Marshall.
Thank you, Chuck.
You don't care if it's Randy's birthday, do you?
No.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's sweet.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, are you blushing?
Yeah, I'm gonna go in my cube and I'm just gonna cry. My little.
And Lynn Lowe said happy birthday.
Thank
so,
you, Lynn.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. It's so weird to feel this way about
I know.
getting all this attention. I just don't like getting stuff. It makes me feel funny because I just don't. I like to give. I don't like to receive
Yeah.
that much. Really, it just makes you feel. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. I
Yeah.
feel weird because I'm on here all the time, and I know you all have birthdays, and I wish you could get as many happy birthdays as I'm getting.
No, well,
So.
60, it's a big milestone and
Yeah.
everything. So, but well, listen, like all of us, what are we doing on our birthdays? We're working. So,
Yeah, no
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah.
Thank you. You guys made it a big deal.
yeah.
But I'm gonna tomorrow's show
Mm-hmm.
for my birthday.
Yep.
I've got to do 60 push-ups.
Somebody mentioned that at the very first when you were doing the push-ups.
Yep.
They thought it was your birthday today. They said, hey, he owes us 10 more. And it's
That's
like,
right.
no, it's tomorrow. And I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, I did 50 tonight as a warm-up. So
60
tomorrow,
push-ups tomorrow.
I'll give you guys 60 push-ups and let's go. And I hope I
Okay.
can continue to do that as the years come on.
All right, good.
All right, everybody. Have a
All right.
great night. Thanks for tuning in. Ah, what a day.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Bye.